Hi, Gem Rising. Welcome to your May 2024 horoscope slash forecast slash energy reading, whatever name you want to give it. And also, shout out to all the gems. Happy birthday, because May is going to be your season. It is going to be your season because the sun is going to be in your sign, Venus is going to be in your sign, and also Jupiter will be moving from Taurus into Gemini, and it's all about blessings and abundance and growth and expansion. So there's so much to get through. So let's get started. All right. So May the 2nd, Pluto, that is currently in your ninth house of spirituality, beliefs, philosophies, education, higher learning, the higher mind, and travel, will be going retrograde at 2 degrees of Aquarius. So there's going to be a laser intense focus on those themes. There may be a lot of going back and forth, a lot of deep, intense, like really diving deep into what you believe in and your philosophies, and also any type of like project that you're doing, whether that has to do with communication or media, maybe you're in education, like you're really going to be going over your work very intensely. And this could be also a time where you're I mentioned how going over like your spiritual beliefs and philosophies, but also because the ninth house is about travel, there can be some intense experiences you can go through if you have already like planned a trip or booked a trip with Pluto in retrograde, especially if it's impacting you directly. Like if you have any planets in Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, or Scorpio at 2 degrees, 0 to 2 degrees to be more precise, there will be some type of intensity or even like epiphanies or receiving a lot of gems, receiving a lot of gems through the soul, from the soul during this time. So also be very careful if you are traveling during this time, because with Pluto retrograde, because retrograde in general is just an unstable energy. You just want to be a little more conscious and mindful as well. May the 7th, we have a new moon in Taurus at 18 degrees in your 12th house of spirituality, dreams, and creativity. So there's going to be a lot of Taurus energy. The sun, the moon, Uranus, Jupiter, Venus. So your dreams can definitely be very profound. Great time to have a dream journal, or even just like do a lot of journaling, because you definitely can bring forth more gems through channeling. So it's a great time for that. And also, just your sense of self through your spirituality can be very profound. You can have a lot of epiphanies, a lot of psychic messages and dreams, just a lot of synchronicities as well. And also, your creativity, your artistic gifts and abilities can be so strong during this time. And it's a great time to work with them with this new moon in Taurus. May the 15th, Mercury will enter Taurus in your 12th house. So your communication can be more spiritual and more sensitive and soulful as well. But you can definitely incorporate that creativity if you want to write something, like whether that's like poetry, music, a book, anything that you want to release through words can be very profound for you and very mystical and spiritual as well. May the 20th, the sun moves into your sign Gemini. So your life is gonna be shining, and this is gonna be all about you, May. And happy birthday to all the gems, because there's gonna be a lot of Gemini energy, like I mentioned at the start of this video. But before we get into that, let's talk about the full moon that's going to occur in your opposite sign. So on May the 23rd, we're going to have a full moon in Sagittarius at 2 degrees in your 7th house. So the sun is going to be in your first house. That's you. And then the moon is going to be in the 7th house, which represents other people or someone significant in your life, whether that's a relationship or a partnership. So with a full moon here, full moons are about endings and letting go, but also it's an intense energy, which is about culmination. So from one perspective, there can be something that, yes, has to be released from your life, has to be let go of, or comes to an end because it served its purpose. Or from another hand, something manifests because it's a culmination energy. So it just depends on which way the pendulum swings for you, and on based on your individual chart. And we're going to have some intense energy with this full moon in Sagittarius. I mean, it's making very positive aspects to Pluto, but we also have Venus at 29 degrees, Jupiter at 29 degrees, Neptune at 29 degrees. So all these feel-good energies are right at their culmination point as well. So it can be very intense, and there can be something that you let go of or release. Like even like with Jupiter in your first house at 29 degrees and the sun here and Venus and the moon opposing it, it could be just like letting go of a toxic, let me emphasize on that, like letting go of a toxic mindset that has to do with either you or this relationship you're in or this person that you've just been idolizing. Like with this moon, it can definitely just bring up a spiritual mirror in front of you and say, hang on a minute, we need to really release any type of toxic positivity until we can really bring those blessings in. So it can work in your favor. However the pendulum swings, there's always going to be positivity involved, because there's always going to be a soul lesson that is going to help you evolve. So if there's something that you definitely want to let go of, work with this energy, work with this full moon, make a list of what you are ready to let go of and release out of your life that is just not serving you anymore. And also we're going to have Mars and the North Node in a conjunction, and this is all about the spiritual warrior and the path that the spiritual warrior is on. So is there anything holding you back? Is there anything in your path that you need to remove, let go of? Is it a belief? Is it a toxic positive mindset? Or is it a person? Take a look at your life, because it's all about looking ahead. But when it comes to you, your identity, your life path, and other people, whether that's a relationship, a partnership, or even just like your subconscious, that's going to be huge for you with this full moon in Sagittarius. And something is either going to be released out of your life that you're going to have to bring to an end, or something is going to manifest because there's something brewing in the background and it's going to come to its culmination point with this full moon in Sagittarius. And it will impact you the most if you have any planets in Gemini, Sag, Pisces, or even Virgo, exactly at 2 degrees or very close by. Now, we're also going to have Venus that moves into Gemini on the same day. So that's going to be moving into your first house. So relationships and just feeling good and pleasure, feeling just this beautiful energy is going to be very profound, and it's going to continue. It's going to continue because on May the 25th, Jupiter, the planet of abundance and expansion and joy and growth, is going to enter your sign into your first house. So this could give you just a new beginning, a new start in life, just the beginning of this beautiful journey. You can feel so good about yourself, depending, of course, on how it's aspecting other planets in your chart and what have you. But just overall, like generally speaking, this could be just a beautiful fresh start, and you can definitely feel very confident and good about yourself and feel abundant, and definitely be a magnet to attracting positive and favorable outcomes for sure. So a beautiful end to the month, a beautiful, abundant, positive end to the month. So the thing with Jupiter is you also got to be mindful of not overdoing it. So definitely stay grounded, because there's just so much energy and you can definitely be flowing like the air. So practice a bit of grounding, but overall, it's going to be an incredible month for you. So much blessings to you, Gemini. If you enjoyed this forecast, give it a thumbs up so I know. Interact with me, comment down below. Connect with me on TikTok at Astrology for one-to-one readings or emailed readings. Check out my booking website in the description box, and I'll see you very soon. Lots of love.